Hey guys, I'm gonna hurry and try and show you how I made these shoes today. Here's what you're gonna need. Those are approximate sizes for the strips, and depending on the size of your feet you may need bigger or smaller. I had quite a bit of scrap left over last time when I was done, so I could probably make mine shorter. You'll need some scissors that will cut the fabric. You also need some not so great scissors when you cut apart the flip-flops, some glue. I also used hot glue on another pair and it worked as well. A safety pin, a pencil or a chopstick or something to push through the fabric through the holes, and that should be it. Okay, the next step is to sew the strips in half. I serged them because it's quicker. You can just sew them. If you don't do this step, the scraps will start to unravel and you'll have threads sticking out. You could probably fray check them all around the edge, and that would work too, and just fold them in half if you don't have a sewing machine. And then you use a safety pin and you turn them right side out. So you can see there I have one of each turned. Make sure when you sew them right sides together, so the part you want showing, sew that together. Okay, now next you take the flip-flops and you're going to deconstruct them. So you push it through these ends and cut them off with your scissors. And then for the toe, I usually cut it off about right there. And then you just pull this out and throw it away. Now we're going to start making the sandal. So what you do first is you grab your longer strap, you put it around your foot, tie a cute knot, and then put it through your toes so you can kind of figure out where you want the knot. You can move it up and back and forth. You can see how 24 inches just goes. I only have to cut about an inch off when I'm done. So make sure you check and measure your foot with the fabric before you cut it. And if you're going to have to piece it, because I know some scraps won't be long enough to do this, when you piece it, try and put the seam probably on the side, because if you do it in the back it will rub more. So after you get it between your toes, you get your sandal, you can take it off and push it through the hole using the pencil or the chopstick or whatever you have. And it will stay pretty snug because the scraps are so thick. Next you grab your smaller scrap, there it is, and you can decide if you want it to go over both of them, under both of them. I like to do over the inside and under the outside. And then you're going to take your stick and poke it through both the holes. Okay, here it is, all tucked in through the holes. A few things I forgot to mention. On my seams I like to put this one along the bottom. If you put it on the inside, it does start to rub. It's not as comfortable. And for the strap here, I like to put it on the bottom here so it's not as easy to be seen. Also, with this part right here, if you tuck it in so it goes this direction side by side, it's a little bulky in between the toes. So make sure you tuck it in so that it's one on top of the other. You can see here one on top of the other like that. Also, you want to try and make this have a nice little crease like that. Just play around with it till you get it to look like you want it. Next step is gluing. So you're going to slip it off carefully so you don't pull it out of where it fits. You want to make sure it's pretty snug because it will loosen up as you take it off, and as you glue it, things will loosen up a little bit, so make sure it's snug when you have it on there. What we're going to do next, you take your fabric scissors and you cut this flush on all of these, and then we're going to take our glue and you're going to bend it like this so you can really see around it like that, and you're going to glue on the top, all around the sides of each of these pieces. and then let it dry. The glue that I use, at least for my last pair, was the E6000. You can just buy it at Walmart or any craft store. And it cures in about 72 hours. I was impatient and put my shoes on after about a half hour or an hour, and they worked great. I didn't jump around or anything in them to test them out, but in a couple days I will let my kids have them and see if they can tear them apart. But like I said, I did use hot glue as a tester before I made the first pair, and it held up really well. Okay, here it is with the glue on. And to make it so it's not bumpy, I take the back end of the glue thing and just try and make it blend in a little bit. Help smush everything down. I'm sure you could probably do it with the pencil or your finger if you want to have glue all over that, but just like that. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't bad. And there's one finished. When you do the second one, the hardest part is getting the knot to look the same. Play around with it, it's not too bad. If you have any questions, let me know.